Hello, hello. We have a junk journal flip through today. This is a Gothic / Halloween-ish journal for my cousin. So my cousin's birthday is coming up, and she had mentioned when I gave my niece and nephew their junk journals that she would like to commission one from me, but it would need to be like really Gothic and that kind of stuff. And so immediately my wheels started turning, knowing that her birthday is coming up soon, and I've made this chunky monkey for her. Just to give you a little bit of context, my cousin, like me, also is someone who struggles with anxiety, and so I put a lot of different textures and trinkets and dangly things and that kind of stuff to give her lots to play with, because that can be very helpful, those sensory things. Another thing that I can tell you about my cousin is that she is an artist, so I'm a little bit nervous to give this to her because, artist. But anyway, let's take a look at what we've got. We have this dangle here hanging off the spine with some beads and ribbon and lace. The cover is a paper bag cover. It's a soft one because I want it to be squishy again for that like sensory thing. But we've got some purple fabric and then covered with this black skull lace, and then I just sewed black bias tape around the edges. The closure is a chain closure, so it just unclips. The front has this little skeleton hand thing on it, and then the back is just a plain silver clip. As we open it up inside, we're not going to see my usual library card pocket. I wanted to leave this area just with the stars hanging down and stuff. So what I did is that there is a place in the journal where I stamped my page 1's creations, which I usually put there, and then I also usually put the number of what the journal is, but I have that dangling. This is number 68, so I've got a 6 here, and then the 8 is back here. There's lots of other dangly things and stuff, and we'll see those. So we'll just go ahead and start flipping through. I don't know how much I'll talk about each thing, but yeah, here's what it is. These smaller papers here with these beautiful designs are a paper pad that I got from Temu. I need to stop buying from Temu. I know. Some other ones, we have some digitals, and like this came with a pack of specialty papers that were all in black. This is a tile that I did. I printed out 2 different digital prints that I liked, cut them into squares, and then tiled them onto this page. I think it turned out kind of cool. In the big lace pockets, you're going to see some jumbo playing cards, and I'm really excited about these. So I put some writing space on the back. I'm going to be giving her a white gel pen and a black pen to work in this journal in, so she can use the white gel pen to write on there. And this one, we have a little pouch with some gold and silver stars. A lot of the accents and things that you'll see in here are silver, but there are some gold things in here as well. I just decided to kind of mix up both of them. This has a little sentiment that says Regions Beyond, and then the fabric behind is the same fabric as the cover. Opens up, and it's got lots of journaling space. This was dyed with purple Kool-Aid mix and soap bubbles, kind of like you would with coffee. And this says Bewitched. Oh, this is kind of fun. This is a tuck spot for this thing to go in, but then it can also flip up for writing space. We've got danglies here. Oops, I just skipped a bunch of pages. On all of the page tabs except for the ones that have the 6 and the 8, I did those in paper, but the rest of my tabs are done in the same fabric as the cover. This one has a little white skull and a star hanging off of it. I love this wide black lace. I use several different types of black lace. If you've watched my channel before, especially with my Craft-A-Ween videos, you know that I love black lace. Here's this card. It's haunted. Got a little bingo card here that I use my new embossing folder with, and this says peculiar. Elixirs and potions. This is a big envelope I got from a fairy loot box that had some stickers and things in it, and so I put a bunch of like cutouts of some PET tape, this roll of tape, all but this last little bit is in this journal. So there are a few places where it's stuck down, like the inside of the pocket right here, there's a piece that's stuck down, but then all the extra pieces are tucked inside. And we have this feather with skulls on it that's going to stay in that envelope as well. This is just some textured paper. This card says Toxic. This is a tuck spot that I made to look like a fan. I took some striped paper in cut pieces and hooked them with a brass fastener, and then just glued here and here. Put some lace around the end so it's kind of like a little fan. And this is just a fun journaling card. This is a Tim Holtzy piece, Alfred Hitchcock's Confectionery, and there's a little bit of just scrap paper down here and Forsaken. The tab of that envelope we saw before, the flap of it. This one says Beware. I think I have 11 of these big journal cards in here total, if I remember right. This one says Lost and Found. These cute little kids in their clown costumes. This is one of my favorite pages in the whole journal. Let's see if I can get it any closer for you. So it says Curiosities down at the bottom. We have this little boy, and he's holding onto a string that's lassoed around the moon. The idea just came to me for that. I'm not sure exactly where it came from. Some might say another planet. Who knows? I love it, though. And aren't these papers beautiful? This is, we've got this paper clip here with a ribbon on it, and this pops down for writing space. Spooky. This is the 4th signature out of 5. This one says Masquerade. Masquerade. Different faces on parade. Masquerade. Here is my last copy dyed stitched envelope from Inky Finger Society on Etsy, so I will need to get some more or make some of my own, I suppose. Here is a little tag. This is covered with some tissue paper and then PET tape that I showed you before, a little bit of the cover fabric on top, and some purple dyed paper for writing on the back. Goes in that little lace pocket, and this opens up for lots of journaling space, like this. A lot of these digitals are so beautiful and so detailed that I didn't want to really add too much to them because I didn't want to like overkill on that aspect of it. We already have a lot of lace and a lot of tabs and a lot of dangles and that kind of stuff, so just wanted to let the rest be. This is the other part of that envelope. There's nothing actually in here at the moment, but I've got some leftover stickers and things. Maybe I'll tuck some of those inside before I give it to my cousin. This one says uninvited guest. I color her pupils white with a gel pen, because I like doing that on spooky things. It's another one of those tiled pages. I made both of the tiled pages while I was watching a Keanu Reeves movie marathon. I was just in the mood, so I watched The Replacements, and I can't remember what the name of the court trial one was, but anyway, there's one where he played a lawyer, and you know, there's just lots. Here's that other tab we saw with the 8, and these ones I used glitter paper because I think that's just kind of pretty and shimmery. Here we have a kind of a corseted close-up. This opens up for more writing space on the inside. I am not going to undo that at this time because I don't have the patience. So this one says Spellbound, and this stuff here you can see behind the picture. This is just black netting, like during Halloween time. Like go to the store now, Walmart or a dollar store or something, and look for black netting. I'll show you a package I got from the Family Dollar. So this is what the package looks like at Family Dollar. You can see this is $1.25. It's just this creepy cloth, and it's the same thing as what's here. I just bought another package because I used it a lot, but I know Walmart also sells that kind of stuff. So if you like that kind of thing now during the Halloween, getting ready for Halloween season, is a great time to find those kind of things. This almost looks like I did white splatters on the card, but it is just this piece of kind of netting with, I don't know how they made it, but it came with that pack of the handmade papers, or specialty papers, I guess you could call it. Looks like maybe they added some kind of paste and speckles on it. This one has a purple butterfly, and it says The End because it is the last big playing card in this journal. I embossed around her because I felt like she needed to pop more, and I wanted to do some shiny, so I used some black embossing powder, and I think it looks kind of cool. You know, I'm on an embossing kick lately. You'll see that in my next flip through that I do as well. All of these smaller pieces have some kind of texture to them, which I really like as well. This is an envelope, and I collaged on this side. It's got the top of an old time card that is coffee dyed, and it also came from Inky Finger Society. And I also took some texture paste and used this kind of Gothic German font stencil to just go over a little bit of that. Inside the envelope, you can see tucked inside is the rest of the time card. It was so long I had to cut it. So this is the top of it. And then the rest goes in here. And this guy is another Tim Holtz paper doll, is stuck on there. Shall we get him out and take a look? So there we go. It says foreboding, and he's just standing on a ticket that I made in last year's Craftoween. I used quite a few of those tickets in this journal. Alright, that was a little fidgety to get back in there, but got back in there, and you can see that I did the collaging on the front of the envelope as well. And we got another one of these little pieces. Final page with another dangle on it. This one has a human heart. I know I didn't specifically narrate all the little dangles. I'm sorry. Tucked into the end is a writing board. It is got a couple of book pages. From last year's Craftoween series, if you watch that, you might recognize this art style of this. I had a book about Mary Shelley, and it was highly illustrated, and it had all these moody illustrations, and I pulled a couple of pages out of that and made this writing board. I followed a tutorial by Pam at the Paper Outpost, and she recommended something that I had never tried before, but I really liked how it turned out. So after you cut your chipboard or old book cover or whatever down to size, and you glue on your papers, you do the Mod Podge over it, and then you put an iron on kind of medium to low heat. You put the writing board down, then a piece of wax paper, and then like a tea towel, and you just iron it really good, and it will melt the wax onto here so it becomes kind of laminated a little bit. I really like the finish of it. I don't know if you can tell, but I did some more stenciling with that German Gothic font on this. Not really on this side because it's busy enough as it is, but on the side with the girl's face, I wanted to have a little bit of something there. And then I just went around it with some gilding wax, put some book corners on it, and that should be a nice sturdy writing board for my cousin when she goes to use the journal. And then we have the back cover. So close her on up again, and we'll add the clasps. Tell me what you guys think about the combination of the silver and gold. There's like a voice that keeps nagging at me, you should have done one or the other, but one, I didn't have the supplies in all the colors, and two, I think like one of the purposes of junk journaling is to help you as an artist expand your creative repertoire, and if you don't change things and challenge yourself, then you're not going to grow. So I thought, you know what, this is a good challenge for myself, is to like mix gold and silver. So I don't know. Maybe that's a bad example of a challenge, but it's what it is. So that's going to be it for this wrap-up video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know if you're interested in seeing Craftoween again this year. And if you have any ideas or suggestions for Craftoween, please also let me know those as well. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios.